All right, sorry for not uploading in a while. I'm in fucking hell. I'm about to do the unthinkable and spend about 10 minutes in a room that's 34 fucking degrees. In the second European heat wave, I'm about to, sit here for 10 minutes, talk about Ethan Klein's fat, dumb ass. So if you could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. All right, so the story goes as follows. Turkey Tom posted a picture of Ethan Klein sitting, and it gains about 32,000 likes. The main reason for gaining so many likes is it points out how Ethan Klein is a bit on the bigger side. Let's just put it at that. This then leads to Ethan reacting to it on his podcast. I have a clip of it here. Let's just roll through it, all right?
People have been actually unironically fat shaming me on Twitter for this. There was a tweet that has just like 30,000 likes of people just fat shaming me, like unironically.
Shame.
It's awesome.
Shame.
It's embarrassing for them. You're like in on the joke too. Like, you know that
I posted the photo. I the only reason it's literally I posted it.
Yeah, he's so in on the joke that he spends about a minute here complaining about people pointing out the fact that he's overweight. You know, totally didn't put himself in that situation. You know, considering the fact he's the one that actually uploaded the photo. I thought it was just a bad angle from his podcast, but turns out he actually uploaded it, and he's surprised that people are pointing this fact out.
Yeah,
that's why they have it. But okay. That happens. That's something that happens like to me all the time. I post shit that makes me look dumb or fat or ugly or whatever.
Yeah, hit the nail on the head. You post shit that makes you look ugly, fat, or dumb, and people point out the fact that you look ugly, fat, and dumb. I can guarantee you people wouldn't be shitting on you as hard if you weren't so goddamn annoying. Bottom line is that if he wasn't so fucking annoying, people wouldn't be shitting on him nearly as hard. There's plenty of fat people who are famous, right? There has to be something else to this, you know? And shortly after this, Turkey Tom responds to everyone, you know, getting a bit angry at him following the podcast clip and says, what the fuck do I do with these people? Where did they come from? And I'm pretty sure they come from r/H3H3 Productions. That subreddit, I'm not even saying this as an insult, it's like mental illness personified. Yeah, mental illness personified, that's pretty much it. However, if you notice one of the screenshots, one of the people in these screenshots is Mr. Beard, who says, recently online, I've been noticing that fat phobia has been getting worse and worse. I know I'll get hate for saying this, but even if you don't think it's healthy to be fat, attacking fat people is directly linked to fascism because you're saying that unhealthy people are inferior. He then continues by saying, if someone can get you to look down on someone for being fat, they're much more likely also get you to look down on someone for being disabled. This is all used as a pipeline towards fascism, where the first step is dehumanizing and hating fat people. This shouldn't be ignored. Turkey Tom then posts this in response. Now, putting that aside, I'd like to go back to the last slide, because recently online, I've been noticing a trend as well. It's people taking things like this to the extreme. You know, the making fun of Ethan Klein's weight to fascism pipeline. I think we should hold people to like a higher standard, right? Where if they say stupid shit like this, they should be hounded into backing it up. Because 9 times out of 10, people like this just kind of crumble. Especially this Mr. Beard person. A few months back, he actually debated Destiny on his wording surrounding the word subhuman and saying you shouldn't use it around trans people, even though you're not calling them a subhuman because they're trans, basically. And made a complete fool of himself and posted this afterwards. Hey everyone, just wanted to give a quick life update. I'm moving to Australia this Saturday, which I'm super excited about. However, I need to be honest, I'm not doing that great at the moment. This month I've had trouble finding motivation to make any content, and I just had to cancel a video I've been working on for the past few weeks. I also made the stupid decision of coming for Destiny on Twitter, which stemmed from a genuine care for the trans community, but I was woefully unprepared to debate him. So I ended up making a bit of a fool of myself because I did a bad job defending my positions, and I'm just a bad debater in general. Anyway, I'm just very down on myself at the moment, but I think I just need to take a bit of a step back while I move and take some pressure off myself. Anyway, thank you all for being so amazing. The reason I do what I do is I honestly care so deeply about every single one of you. And I just want you all to be happy and to be seen as valid. But sometimes I'm not great at expressing that. Anyway, I promise I'll be back soon with the comedy content you followed me for. Talk to you soon. Now, I'll be honest, I almost kind of fell asleep reading that, but could also be the heat. Who knows? But yeah, he's not really someone who can back up what they're saying half the time. And being a bad debater isn't really an excuse, I don't think. Because I've seen bits of the whole debate with Destiny, right? It wasn't really that hard. You just had to think about it, further than the surface level, basically, right? Here's how to have a good conversation with someone like Destiny. Just have a well-researched points, all right? If you're just saying shit for the hell of it, trying to get brownie points on the internet, and you don't look at these things past the surface level, you're going to make an arse of yourself. And this whole taking things to the extreme thing, taking things to the extremes, it isn't limited to him, right? I found something else. It's someone responding to that original point, right? A simpler and easier point to make is that fat phobia has been shown to further the habits and beliefs that cause obesity. If you're fat phobic, you're literally part of the problem. Not sure what you mean by fascism. That's a whole other thing. Fat phobic people are not fascists. And then this dumbass responds, fat phobia goes hand in hand with eugenics. Eugenics is a fascist ideology. As soon as we start labeling people as inferior because they are fat, POC, disabled, we can go in this direction. I don't know what's not clear. Fat phobia goes hand in hand with eugenics. I hate to ask, but how? Whether someone is fat or not, what the fuck is he saying? Has to do with epigenetics. And I've never heard eugenicists make that connection. Maybe I missed the memo. Weight is sort of a mutable characteristic, no? 1. Predisposition to certain body type is generic and can be connected to many health conditions, for example, PCOS. 2. Labeling people inferior based on how they look is very close to labeling people inferior due to being disabled and /or gay, etc. Now, I'd like you to take a look at one word here, and it's inferior. In no way did Turkey Tom call Ethan Klein inferior. It's what you call a stretch. He just thinks it's funny Ethan Klein's a bit overweight. And he doesn't really like Ethan Klein to begin with. And that's pretty much end of story. All right? Would you call an 8-year-old a eugenicist because they made fun of a fat classmate or something? Obviously it's wrong, but I think fascism and eugenics is it's a bit far. Now, if you're kind of in the commentary community, you know who this guy is, all right? Nicholas Diorio. I think Ethan Klein should follow in his footsteps and just kind of take it on the chin. This guy gets bullied. I go as far as to say it's bullying the amount of shit Nick gets sometimes because of his weight. But he just takes it on the chin. And I haven't seen as many jokes as there used to be about his weight, so it's working whatever he's doing. So yeah, I kind of leave it at that. Anyways, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe. I'm fucking melting at the moment, so I'm just gonna end the video here.